Well, I have this week's album chart in front of me. Number 10, Gun with Ombre. Number 9, No I Can't, Stick Season. Number 8, brand new, English Teacher with This Could Be Texas. Number 7, Olivia Rodrigo and Guts. Number 6, Weekend, The Highlights. Number 5, Chris Barris Band, Halo Effect. Number 4, Linkin Park, Paper Cuts. Number 3, Mark Knopfler, One Deep River. Number 2, Beyonce, Cowboy Carter. Number 1, James and Yummy Vass's over to you.
Our next guest can shelve any plans to sit down because he's about to go on tour, and for the first time in 4 decades, he has a number 1 album. James is Yummy, beat Beyonce to top spot, so he's him. He's Tim Booth.
Good morning, Tim.
Good morning, Chris.
You did it, man.
Yeah, I don't have to blow my trumpet, do I? You're going to do it for me.
Come on, okay, so you were on our show a couple of Tuesdays ago now. You were number 1 in the midweeks, but, you know, that can mean one thing or another. Who knows what it's going to mean? What happened? What was your journey like from Tuesday to Friday? Tell us everything that happened, how it unfolded, where you were when you found out, blah, 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 all that stuff.
My ego swelled to disproportionate, like a black hole at the moment, I think, for at least another 4 hours before the next number 1 is announced. We were told last Friday, I think management rang us. And I drink once every 2 years and went out with them and had 3 margaritas, which was actually, I was surprisingly able to walk home afterwards, which was good. It's strange. It's meant more than we thought it would. You know, we've had so many number 2s and so many number 3s, and I don't, you know, but I can see it's numbers were not the reason we got involved in music, but it has meant quite a lot. Thank you. It's been very, very, felt very good. And the people who've supported us and worked with us, we deeply appreciate. Thank you. Playing our music. It's
interesting, isn't it? Numbers don't mean anything until they do, I suppose.
That's exactly it. Yeah.
So you were with us on Tuesday. Did you carry on promoting that week? Was there pressure on you to get out there and to get the message out there that this could be your first number 1?
We have a particularly, we've got 2 managers, but we got a new manager, massive James fan, but he's also worked at Sony International, etc. Like, he's been to 120 James gigs. This is how we chose him as manager, be in the mosh pit from 1995 onwards. We'd see him at every gig, even though he was like CEO of Sony International.
Brilliant.
And it was very much his idea that, we can be number 1 and we can actually challenge Beyonce and Mark Knopfler. And so he had a whole promo kind of, you know, go and do signings and things, and we played the game, you know, and our fans supported us in it. We didn't want to lose people with this game because we've got very loyal fans who don't want to be exploited. You know, all these bands putting out 20 different colored vinyls and all this kind of stuff. It wasn't our way.
So you found out on Friday. Were you together?
No, we were all scattered to the winds. We did a radio show together a few days before the band playing, but then everyone, we're all around the world, not around the world, but all around Britain, mainly in Portugal. So
when did you get together for these margaritas of yours?
Well, that was me in management, really, in London, because I sent out texts to a few other people who were local, but
right.
It didn't nobody got the text.
Funny. All right, I've got to ask you this question because I know that because it stuck out like a sore thumb. You drink every 2 years, once every 2 years. Now, obviously, you've never had a number 1 album before. So, is it a chronological thing, or do you try and pick out an occasion, or what's happened in the past?
Yeah, like 30 years ago, I vowed I'd only drink again when we got a number 1 album. So it's been a rough 30 years, Chris. It really has. No, I don't really like alcohol that much. And, I stopped when I was younger because I had a liver disease inherited. And also because I was meditating and it was part of the rules. So I was celibate for a long time with that too. But I decided to rescind on that particular vow. So alcohol doesn't really agree with me that much. So but now and again I go, go for it, see what happens. I like champagne and margaritas, and that's about it.
So 3 margaritas. Was it? I'm just fascinated. Was it always going to be 3, or have one and see how it goes, or
No,
what?
three was highly indulgent. Usually my body just immediately starts drinking water after about 1.
Right.
And this time it went, oh, go on, go for it, have fun.
All right.
And I had great fun.
So that was a week ago. That was the week that was. How's it been since? Is it like winning an Oscar? Does it change things, or do you crack on as normal, or is it you're only as good as your next album, not your last one?
We're driving up to Yorkshire today to start writing the next record. And we'll be like locked away in a cottage in the Dales for a week. The 4 songwriters just jamming for 6 hours a day. I mean, you can feel it. You can feel the respect. We always harp on that we're not a heritage band. We don't look back. We keep moving forward. We've had all these albums out in the last few years. The last double album, I think, went to number 2 or 3, which was the orchestral choir album. So we keep moving forward, and James are always about that. We don't see ourselves as a 90s band. Half of our audience want us to play new songs, and the other half want us to play the old songs, and we find a balance and we change it every night. So it kind of gives us the justification to really play the new songs now. It will make us even more weird and obscure.
It's funny though, isn't it? Because it does change things. Like you say, if we've got a festival or something like that, or we have an auction, or a charity auction on the radio, and it does really well, you definitely get there's a freedom and there's a flow that comes to you in that moment that then allows you to sort of be better than you were before when you needed to be better before rather than after.
And I think us going to write today is going to be fantastic, because I think we'll write from a slightly puffed up place, which won't be bad for us.
Well, hang on a minute, Tim. There's the name of the album, Puffed Up Place. Puffed Up is the Puffed Up. It's got to be a track called. There's got to be at least one song called Puffed Up on the album.
All right, I'll have a go. It depends what lyric comes.
Oh gosh,
but it's I think. By the way, when I say we have a drink with our management, we've known, Peter Rudge has been with us 32 years. His wife says to us, he has two things in the world he loves, and he's been married to for 32 years. It's me and you, and as a band, and Neil has been really with us for about 25 or something crazy. So they're very close. We're a close little family in James.
All right. Well, listen, you have a cracking time. And in many ways, the new tour coming up, the 8-day tour, the UK Arena tour beginning 3rd of June on Monday in Aberdeen until Saturday the 5th of June. Couple of tickets left at webuyanycar.com. That's going to be more joyous than usual.
That's impossible, Chris. We're the most joyous band on the planet at the moment. It's going to be a lot of fun. They're always just ecstatic. Thank you so much.
All right. Tim, you're absolutely awesome. Congratulations. I am thrilled to bits for you. We're all thrilled for you.
Thank you so much, Chris.
Tim
Great
Booth.
to be here. Thank you so much.
Thanks for making the time to come and say hello to us again. Absolutely awesome. James' first ever #1 album, Yummy. It's out now. Tickets webuyanycar.com for the forthcoming tour.
Virgin Radio.